What's up, YouTube? This is Damien from Flowforge. I have decided to start doing off-the-rip talking head videos. The reason being that you can upload them faster, which gets you more views, which gets the flywheel turning, honestly. Also, there's a lot of things that I feel like I'd like to share about my life and my philosophy and, how to actually be productive that are less tactical and more philosophical. And I'm out here right now because it's the only place I could get lighting without waking people up. But yeah, there's certain things that are going to change your productivity that are a lot deeper than just a certain tactic or a certain mindset. Most of productivity is practical advice like that, but actually, no, I'm not even going to say that. So much of productivity is things that are deep in your heart. Like, I'll put it this way. If you're not ambitious, you're not going to be productive. And a lot of people think that they're ambitious, but you're not. And when you're living in the lie like that, when you think you're ambitious, but you're not really ambitious, what it looks like is you have a lot of ideas and you're constantly working on something. But if anybody asked you, okay, like, what do you have to show for it? The answer is like, not much, right? And this is a problem with ADHD because when you have ADHD, one of the symptoms is literally a poor ability to observe yourself. This is why it's really, really important, guys, to surround yourself with people who are going to tell you, dude, you look stupid. You actually need this more than other people because you're incapable of telling when you look stupid, right? And not look stupid as in, like what I'm doing right now. Somebody, let's say my mom saw this video. She's like, son, what the hell are you doing? Right? She'd be weirded out. Why are you standing out in the middle of nowhere in the middle of the night talking to YouTube? Doesn't make any sense. But what I mean by stupid is, or like foolish. It's like, dude, you're trying to do all this shit and you don't even have your foundation ready. Or it's like, dude, you're thinking in this really weird way that nobody else is thinking. Like, what is going on in your head? Like, when you have ADHD, you don't catch those things as easily. And that's why we need good friends. But this is also why we need ambitious friends. Because your network is going to determine who you become, right? Like, what's that saying? Like, your 5 closest friends are going to determine who you become. Well, you want to make sure that all of your friends are genuinely ambitious. Not just saying they are, but like doing shit. Like doing stuff every day to grow and to seek excellence and to obtain a higher state of mind, to really live. You want to be around people who push you out of your comfort zone. And so many of you know this, but you just need to be told, like, go do it. Sometimes the friends who are good for us are the friends who scare us the most. And those are the people you need to be around. Those are the people you shouldn't ghost. Those are the people who it might hurt to talk to them because you know they're going to call you out on your bullshit. But those are the friends that you want. Real ambition produces results. I'm sorry, but there is no such thing as ambitious but lazy. It's not real, right? There's ambitious but executive dysfunction. That's very real. Believe me, I know about that one. It's very real. It's what a lot of you have. But the difference between laziness and executive dysfunction is with executive dysfunction, it's you really, actually, really, really want to do the thing. And it just hurts so bad to even do like the small things. A lot of you are in that right now. You know about it. I mean, the point of these videos is to kind of be more raw, right? So I'm going to open up a little bit. For years now, I've tried to form the habit of brushing my teeth. And it hasn't worked. I have to there are just days that my teeth just don't get brushed. Today they got brushed. They actually got brushed right before this video because I was self-conscious. But this is like normal for ADHD to have these things where it's like the small things are what's hard. That's another way you can tell if it's executive dysfunction, if it's the small things that are hard. If you're genuinely ambitious, you'll do the small things too, though. So it's like, yes, it's hard, but you wake up every day knowing that those small things are necessary for the big things. Whoever can be trusted with little will be trusted with much. And that's just a hard reality. Sometimes it's easier for us to do 3 hours, 4 hours of deep work than it is for us to overcome the dopamine hurdle of brushing our damn teeth. And that's just how it is. But we got to keep trying. And not trying as in brute forcing it, because that just sucks, guys. That sucks. It's painful, hurts. But trying as in trying to outsmart yourself. Trying to outsmart the executive dysfunction. That's what my channel is all about, really. Because I have really bad executive dysfunction. There are times I go to sit down at the computer and it's like one little point of friction is stopping me from doing something I really want to do. Just one tiny itty bitty point of friction. But then it's like you get me moving and I'll be working my ass off like nobody's business. But it's like, I gotta fill out a form? Are you kidding me? Like your brain is just like, that's so boring. I'm not gonna fill out this damn form just so I can go and then do all the crazy marketing and like all this. It's like, that stuff's great. I'll sit and like work on a problem for hours and hours and hours, but like I won't fill out a form. It's like, I just really don't want to do that. Couldn't tell you why. It's because it's boring. But the boring shit is the stuff we got to do. And so we need to understand our ADHD and constantly be trying to outsmart it. One of the nice things about ADHD, one of the positive symptoms, if you will, is that we are very creative. We're very creative. And we've been told so much in our life that we're like, we have this notion that we're not going to go anywhere. We might have so much ambition internally, our ideas of where we want to be, maybe not ambition, but ideas of where we want to be. But, people have told us like we're failures. People have told us that we suck. We're unwilling to put the work in, whatever it may be. We're lazy, disorganized, all of that. But that comes with the ADHD. You've got to outsmart it. If you're genuinely trying to outsmart it every single day, and you just don't stop doing that, if that's what discipline looks like to you, that's okay. Because solving that problem, how do I outsmart myself, is an easier problem than trying to force yourself due to how the dopamine works. So we got to pick the channel that our brain isn't going to resist as hard and give us burnout for. We got to work within those channels. We got to work within the confines of ADHD. Because if you're working against your ADHD, that's not flow. You can't flow. Because the resistance is too strong going against you. You're just going to be pushing a boulder up a hill. You need to find these channels and areas where the ADHD loves to move and align with that. Sometimes it's scary because we don't know if that's actually going to work. Like, I'm going to give you the example. For me, it's easier to sit in front of a terminal all day than it is to actually do networking and try and get sales, right? It's much easier to sit and do in front of the terminal. Okay, how do we outsmart ourselves in that situation? Let's use the terminal to do sales. What? No, but seriously, this is the mindset that you have to have, is how do I outsmart my ADHD today? How do I turn a strength into a weakness? And how do I actually be ambitious versus just being in la la land and delusional? And a lot of you guys watching this video are delusional, and you know it. Guess what? That's normal. I'm here to tell you you're delusional, make you look at it, make you see it. Because the way ADHD works, we know, we just aren't grasped on. A neurotypical can grasp onto information. With ADHD, it's in and then we lose it, right? Sort of like you're living in a dream. I mean, it's literally, ADHD is, the whole problem with ADHD is you have more theta waves in your brain, which is the waves that are more active when you're asleep. So we're literally sleepwalking, kind of, compared to normal people's brains. And so, yeah, this is a very strange, transient, unaware existence. You think you're aware, but you're not in control. That's why you got to trust God. You got to trust God, and you got to work with your ADHD. Because if you don't trust God, the fact that you don't even have control over your own brain, you're fucked. I hate to say it, but if God is not on your side, you're fucked. But He is on your side. So just pray, just ask. He's generous. He's so generous, guys. God has given me so much just when I asked. And He's kept me afloat in hard times. There's never a time. There were so many times it should have gotten so bad, but it didn't, and it was because of God, and I know that. And everybody with ADHD especially, we have to lean on God. We have to trust God. Because if God isn't helping us, we're cooked, frankly. We like to believe that we can be powerful, that we can change our future, change our lives. I'm sorry to tell you, but it's all power comes from God. He's the source of power. He could snap his fingers and you'd be there already, but that's not why you're in this journey. He wants you to learn. He wants you to have a relationship. He wants you to grow with Him. And I hate to break it to you, but because of the fact that you're basically a sleepwalker, you are helpless. You're kind of helpless, and you know it. But the moment you accept that and just say, okay, these are the cards I've been dealt with, what can I do with them? Instead of trying to be a neurotypical, it doesn't work. And so many of you are trying to be a neurotypical. You're not. It's incredible just how much having ADHD alters your life and just how easy it is to be unaware of all the things it's doing to you. That's like the number one symptom, is you don't even know that it's affecting you. Hope this video was helpful. You guys can kick ass, but you gotta stay in your lane and stay in step with God. If you don't do that, you're gonna have a really hard time. All right? You guys have a good night. Peace.